Dr. Ben and Ben Israel, and today we'll be lecturing on the difference between God and the Creator. First, we will go into the dictionary and find out the definition of God. Later on in this segment, we will talk about the Creator. First, the definition of God: a being with divine power, an idol. Let's look up the word divine. The word divine comes from the word divination. People today also practice divination. Divination is tricks, sorcery, fortune tellers, witchcraft. This is why I don't deal with God, because God is a divine power coming from the word divination. It is also an idol. An idol is anything or a person that can be seen, idolized, and worshipped. For instance, we all know about Alexander the Great, who exalted himself to be a king, later on a god. We also heard about His Imperial Majesty Haile Selassie, all due respect to the brother. Many people claim that he is also a god. We heard about the Pope. We all agree that he exalted himself as a god. These people are human beings. They are not the Creator. There is a difference between God and the Creator. We also know and agree that there are many gods and goddesses. And it is true, the practice of divination leads us all to believe that the God or a God is the Creator. We also can agree that the devil has majority of us, the human family, under his control through lies and deception. And they usually tell us lies to lead us away from the truth. If somebody want to trick you, they cannot tell you the truth. For instance, God is an idol. And when we speak like that, some people say no, their God is not an idol. They go as far as spelling God with a capital G-O-D to signify that it is not a idol or an idol. While G-O-D spelled with a capital letters or a common letters is still G-O-D. For instance, sometimes they even put the Almighty before God. They mixed up the Almighty, which is the Creator, with an idol, and they say the Almighty God. But how a God, which is an idol, could be the Almighty? We all agree that these gods that I just mentioned, they are mighty people on the earth. That's why people exalt them to be a god. But there's one person who is almighty, which is the Creator of the heavens and the earth. Sometimes they even put eternal before God to brainwash us through the science of technology, mixing truth with lies and telling us that all is truth, and leading the whole human family astray from the truth. Now God, we all agree that there are many of them. In ancient Canaan, they used to call the sun, which is a god, Her. In Kemet, they used to call that same god Heru. In Greek, they used to call that same god Heru Horus. And the Romans, when the Romans conquered Greece in 168 BCE, they fused their religion with the Greek religion, and the Romans come up with Jesus, which is also a god. Remember, a god is an idol. It's something that can be seen, and it's also something that can be worshipped. And we all agree, nobody see the Creator and live. Many of us were brainwashed through the science of technology, but this is the age of the Aquarius, the water age, the life age, the light age. What were in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. Let us talk about the Creator. It's interesting enough that in the the four first words in the Bible, most Bibles, when they say God created the heavens and the earth, well, many of us never really look into it with intent. Let us today look into it with a keen eye and a wise mind. God, an idol, created the heavens and the earth. How could God or a God create the heavens and the earth? Let's look at the word create. The word create, it's a verb. A verb or proverb or even adjective usually explain what the noun does. Here, for instance, the noun is God. God create the heavens and the earth. For instance, God create, it should not be created there, it should be God date, because the word God date, we all know, does not exist. So God would have to God date the heavens and the earth. When we see the word create, then we have to question it and look into it with a keen eye and a wise mind. The word create means to form into existence without any kind of material substance that is known to man. And the only person that can do that is the Creator. Yes, the Creator. The word create came from the word creator. For the Almighty to call himself the Creator, we all know he has to do a duty. The duty is to bring things into existence without any kind of material substance that is known to the man or the human family. For instance, let it be the sun, and the sun promptly appear. I'm speaking about the original name Shemesh in Hebrew. Let it be the moon, let it be the stars, let it be the flying creatures of the earth, let it be the fish of the sea, let it be air, let it be wind. Who can do that? The only person that can do that is the Almighty, the Creator of this heavens and the earth. We refer to him as El Shaddai Yisrael. El simply means the most beneficent, the most merciful, or the all-seeing and the all-powerful. Shaddai means creator in Hebrew. And Yisrael came from the word Yishra, which means ascension. And El, we also know the definition of El, the most beneficent, the most merciful. Therefore, we, the whole family, has been gone astray from truth through the devil. And remember, the only tool the devil has is lies. They also said in the ancient times, in slavery times, when the slave was somewhat disobedient to the master used to put the slave head in a bucket of lye. The lye used to burn the head and leave the hair straight. They also say lye usually mash up iron, so you can know what lye will do to our brain. This is why the devil leads us astray from the Almighty, so that we will remain suffering on this earth. It's about time now that we go to our Creator, the Creator of the heavens and the earth, and search for him. All those who are called by his name, turn from your wicked ways and search for him, and then he would hear us and heal our land. The trick in it is divination. These people follow a god and gods. That's not our customs. And what they did, they put their god in the prospect or in the position of our Creator, and let us and as a result of that, we worship their gods instead of our Creator. For instance, Saturn is a god that the Greeks used to worship, and that Saturday is the name that is followed after Saturn, that is named after Saturn. For instance, Sunday in the year 331 AD, Emperor Constantine made that day a vulnerable day to their god, the sun. And by the way, in Latin, sun means Jesus, or Jesus, the Savior. I want to apologize for any inconvenience that I had caused with this video, and I want to thank you for watching it. More videos will be coming out very soon. Thank you.